My video is starting. All right, we're now live. Okay, all right, there we go. Got that open. All right, I think everyone can hear us. Here we go again.
Broadcasting live from the Sweetwater Sound Studios. Experience the Sweetwater difference. This is Spectrum 23.9. Your home for variety beyond boundaries. The following is a special presentation of the Spectrum 23.9.
Hi, Will. How's it going, buddy?
I am doing great.
All right, perfect. So it is me, DJ Grammy, and also Will Edwards. We're actually so although we do have two cameras, we're going to use this. We're going to use the one today because of this wonderful backdrop that we have in the background now. It's now the Spectrum and Spectrum and the Weigand the Weigand construction. So we want to thank Weigand Construction for actually for sponsoring our video broadcast now on Spectrum 23.9. So we're back live in studio. We're happy to be back. So if you're watching us on Facebook Live or later on YouTube, make sure you give us a like. Make sure you subscribe. But yeah, we're here. We're live. We took a hiatus for about 2 weeks. So what have you been up to? Well,
Nothing a whole lot that's been going on, but I will say my days have been doing great so far. Now that I think about it, yesterday I actually did get my tires replaced, so I have brand new tires, so that's nice.
Yeah. I remember too. It is important to kind of keep up, to definitely keep up with your tires and all that, because that is important. Is important now, to do that. But yeah. And also, so for me, I went to, so for me, I went to Cedar Point, so I went to Cedar Point, with my friend Caden. That was a blast, to do, And honestly, we went on last Friday, which was the Friday of Memorial Day weekend, and we literally got on every ride, which is really rare, like even for me, we rode, I think, 3 rides on our first day in just 1 hour, so if you're if you're a big roller coaster buff, you should, Kate and I swear by this, but you should look into the Cedar Point season pass. Now, have you gone yet this year?
This year, no. The last time was when us as a group went.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably wouldn't use a season pass just because I wouldn't go there that often.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, do you remember, or when you remember going with us last year, do you think it added a lot of value?
I thought it was pretty fun doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, or like yeah, cause like or like yeah, cause we were able to or like yeah, cause we were able to go like literally park hop between Cedar Point and the or yeah, we were able to hop through Cedar Point and the water park.
Yeah.
So yeah. So or like yeah. So that was quite fun. You know, like to do it that way.
Yeah.
You know, like at least I especially think so.
Yep.
But yeah. Um, but yeah. Did you have a good holiday weekend?
My the extra day off, Memorial Day, it was nice. I did make use of it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Aaron on Facebook Live said nice banner. Yes. So it does kind of go. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. It does kind of go deeper, and higher. So, also I don't want to put this camera to sleep, but let me go back. Oops, I keep on forgetting that this is a touch screen. But yeah, okay, all right. I think you guys can see us again. But yeah. So, but anyway, this actually was just put in the studio not too long ago. And it was and we actually I actually put it up with two of my friends yesterday. So, so it was definitely fun to put together. Because I remember at the Disability Expo, I think on Friday, there were a couple of groups that actually had kind of something similar to what we do, and they were struggling to put it up, but I mean, I'm definitely glad that I didn't do like a size bigger, because just.
Speaking of size bigger, the camera's tracking you.
Yeah. So that happens. But, yeah, I thought I had the hand motions turned off. But yeah. But yeah. but yeah, it's fun sometimes to try to deal with this. But anyways, yeah. So, did you cook out or like did you cook out or anything, Will?
No, I just kind of just slept in that day and did some just activities that I could do that I usually do after like my work hours.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Like to do it that way. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So, oh yeah, and we do have a couple of new additions to the. We do have a couple of additions to the table. I'm going to grab this. We got Jerry Seinfeld now. I picked this up in Sandusky. And I think I showed everyone Tails. And also we have a Tin Caps baseball. So, yeah. That is now I gotta give credit where credit's due. That like this, the quality of the camera, like focusing like on this ball is just like fantastic. But yeah, so I believe Aaron actually caught that ball, or either he got the ball, or he either bought the ball or caught the ball, but which are two different things, like, right? Like,
yep.
either you're like either you're basically getting the ball for free, excuse me, or you're buying it in a novelty shop. So, but yeah. So, but yeah, we are on Facebook Live if you guys want to catch us there. There's plenty to talk about and say. So when we come back, we'll talk about kind of our plans for the weekend and so much more. So it's another edition of Amplifying Voices right here on Spectrum 20.9 and on Facebook Live. All right, I think everyone can hear us now. As we are in a music break on Facebook Live. So what about you guys? Did you guys do anything fun during Memorial Day weekend? And Aaron South said, so I caught a ball. It was white. That one was in the store. And people thought it was a pride, but I personally think it's an autism ball. People can call it what they want. So again, I personally would call this a pride ball, but there's nothing wrong with having a pride ball in our studio. But yeah, this does look pretty fancy, if I do say so myself. So go Tin Caps. Go Tin Caps. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Now the next edition, I think, besides the banner, is I feel like we probably should like get some sort of like table, or some sort of table in the back that we can put like all the Funko Pops and stuff like that. Right, Will?
Yeah.
By the way, if you notice that he's got red lips, he's been drinking a red cherry slushy.
Yeah, it's this.
Yes. Shout out to Speedway.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this text.
I didn't have Coke, so I just went for a secondary option.
Yeah. Apparently this doesn't work. Okay, I don't know. I'll just remove that because it's not going to work. I'm falling. Okay. So what do you want to what do you want to talk about? So you want to cover this weekend, or do you have any plans besides all night tonight?
This weekend, no, but I do have my thing next weekend, so we can talk about those two things.
Yeah.
What we're doing today and what we're doing next week.
Yeah, that works. So, okay. All right, let me try this again. There we go. Okay, I guess it works. Actually, oh, no. do you like this text right here?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
How many people are watching?
I think only Aaron right now. So, boy, on YouTube alone, yeah, on YouTube alone, so far we have 40 views on the first one, and 15 views on our second one. So we're definitely getting up there. So yeah. What about you guys? Do you guys follow us on YouTube and obviously you kind of have to follow us on Facebook to watch us. So
Makes me wonder. I did see quite a lot of cars in the parking lot today. Is one of the neighboring buildings doing something?
Well, you would think so, but but like looking at the parking lot, like in the front, like it's like completely vacant now. so I feel like I don't know, like I feel like people probably were just busy with the 3-day weekend and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna grab my backpack really quick.
All right.
So yeah, the comments will come in if you want to read them as they come in.
All right.
We'll be back in 1 minute, folks.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we're probably ready to come back. All right, folks, we're gonna come back.
Following is a special presentation of the Spectrum 23.9.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, folks, we are back here on Spectrum 23.9 and Amplifying Voices. We're live on this. We're live on this May 30th, 2025, and so yeah, I went to go grab my bag, because I think I also have a Sonic in here that we're going to add to the. No, well, actually no, I actually, well, okay, so I have some Michelob, what would you call those? Like, like that you put your coasters.
Coasters.
Yeah, a coaster now. So
that's cool.
No Sonic, but I do have this book that I've been reading, the Infinite and the Divine. Caden actually got me on this book, so it's basically about Well, are you familiar with Warhammer?
I don't think so. I don't really read any books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to find my well, if I don't have Sonic, unfortunately. But ooh. Well, I should build that first. But yeah, I'm just trying to find something for my it's basically what's in John's bag. What is in John's bag that I'm trying to find, and voila, I got it. My phone charger. All right, with that, I do not have Sonic in here, but I forgot to add that we do have or I have a Sonic, a Sonic figure in my at my house at this point. But yeah, so let's talk events. Coming up. So Tuesday was my birthday, and although I spent family time and friend time, I'm collectively bringing the group together. As Troy and you did too for your 21st birthday. Yep. We're going back to Olive Garden for my 39th birthday. So even though it was Tuesday and I already celebrated, it's time to celebrate again, with my autistic group that Will participates in. So Will, what's on the menu for tonight? What are you going to get at Olive Garden?
I'm not sure. It kind of just depends on what's there and what I'm in the mood for. So
yeah,
but I'm sure I'll have an idea of what I'll be getting.
Yeah. So that does sound good. So, but yeah, we're celebrating at Olive Garden. So that'll be a blast. It really will. I'll probably just get. I stick with my normal fettuccine alfredo. Nothing beats a fettuccine alfredo, and I just turned on tracking again. So
the camera wants all the attention on you because you said you were gonna be beating your favorite dish.
Oh boy. Oh, eating my favorite. Or wait, you mean beating, right?
Yeah,
or eating.
You beating it, like defeating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not want tracking on. Hi, Rob. As people are coming into the Facebook Live. Yeah. So, but yeah, nothing beats fettuccine alfredo. At Olive Garden, it is indeed a classic. Let me like your comment, Rob. Yeah. Just want to say also, just kind of like spontaneously, but we're also on Facebook Live, which is why I'm interacting with everyone on air, and also on Facebook Live. So I will like comments coming in. So, but yeah, nothing beats fettuccine alfredo. And you said that you're probably gonna get like well, I think last time you got like a steak, right?
Yeah.
Or pork chops.
I think it was a sirloin.
Yeah. Kaden made an excellent point. It's usually like the least restaurants that you expect to have like the best meat. Like for example, I don't. Olive Garden might even have a hamburger. Or no. There was a Mexican place that we went to, me and Kane, and he tried a burger and he said it was the best. So some of the places that you don't expect to have the best food, for basically not what you're looking for, is the best food. Because yes, obviously Mexican food is their specialty. Like when you do go to like a Mexican restaurant, but you never know with the hamburgers. And Rob says you have to try 330 barbecue in New Haven fettuccine already. I'm guessing he means fettuccine Alfredo. I will mark that down on my list to try 330 barbecue in New Haven. I don't go to New Haven often, but I will definitely put that. It's definitely on my radar. Is it right in downtown, Rob? That 330 barbecue, or is it kind of like off of? Or is it off of 30?
Speaking of often, I think something that's nice for the people watching is to just give us some questions, because we're always talking about our days,
yes.
but we never really get to hear what's happening with you guys.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's nice to hear from the people that watch us.
Yeah, exactly. And and also too, if you are watching on YouTube on a later date, you can. I have comments turned on. So if you have a question or comment for us, you can always just comment below, and we'll answer you on our next broadcast. Which more than likely next week will probably be also at 5. But yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions though, make sure you catch us live on Facebook Live when we're on, basically, which is always Friday nights, usually at 5 or 6. It always kind of sometimes changes, kind of based on like our support group schedule and whatnot. But yeah, all you gotta do is just search John Graham, and you can find it that way as well. I wonder if I can share this actually. I think I can. Oh, actually, I can also. So I can also post a poll. What poll should I post? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's see what. Well, So, what is your favorite restaurant? I'm gonna ask that. What is your favorite restaurant? Okay, be nice if. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to post this for those of you on Facebook Live. Let's see what Olive Garden should be a choice. What are some top? What are your top 3 restaurants that you think we should have the audience choose?
I guess one of my favorites is Olive Garden. Another, I think it's trying to think of some names. Another one that I like. It's called Salvatore's.
Oh yes, Salvatore's. Yes. I'm gonna mark that down. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So again, we're doing a live poll here on Facebook Live, and you guys should be able to see it on YouTube Live here at some point. Salvatore's, Salivatore's. Man, you can tell I know how to spell. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put Salvatore's on there. I'm also gonna put Applebee's. All right. So I guess. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and create poll. Did I create it? I think I maybe created it. Did I create it?
I'm not sure. Here, go back to the live screen, see if it.
No. So it's not. It's okay. But Rob says Salvatore's. Rob, what's your favorite thing to get from Salvatore's? Let me ask that. All right, I'm gonna try to put up this poll again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. There we go. Activate poll. All right. I'm activating this poll now. All right. So let me see if this is. Okay. All right.
It says show results, but then said when you go back, it said reopen. Okay, so you just have to, so we'll just have to wait for.
Okay.
Results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you are following us live on Facebook Live, or whatever, if you're following us on Facebook Live, just search John Graham. That's my Facebook profile. That's where we're broadcasting live on Facebook Live. That is where you guys can. All right. So Salvatore's is already winning. Oh, Dane. Salvatore's is the best Italian food, way better than Olive Garden. Wow.
Oof.
That that was your mom.
My stepmom.
Stepmom. Yeah, your stepmom. Or okay, okay, that's cool. So, okay, so all right, yeah. So, but so far, activate the pool. Is it activated? Should be activated. I should be.
I mean, it shows the score, so they can probably see it.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Nah, wow, like you guys are like literally like betraying everything I believe in. Like all right, well, I think I turned on tracking again. Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to do that. So, okay, okay. While I figure this out, So, all right, you guys still. All right, we want you guys to still vote in the poll. But just so you know, what you have to choose between is Applebee's, Salvatore's, and Olive Garden. In a minute here, though, I might spice things up if because we have like 20 minutes to go, so I'm gonna spice things up. But yeah. So yeah, between those three, we want you to vote in the poll. Obviously, most of you are thinking that Salvatore's is better than Olive Garden. Me personally, I feel like Olive Garden has the better fettuccine Alfredo. I'm sorry, but like but like when I go to an Italian restaurant, it's usually fettuccine. It's usually some Alfredo or nothing. Because you can have spaghetti anywhere. Like I can have spaghetti and meatballs anytime. Like my dad and my mom, they make a delicious spaghetti with meatballs. So I can get spaghetti from anywhere or at any time. So But okay, 2 have already voted for Salvatore's. So I'm about to all right, we need one more person to win, or one more person to vote, please. For the love of God, please. One more person vote, and then we're going to call it. And then we're going to square off for who has the best Italian food, because I love Italian food. But Will, you want to talk about your thing while the poll is still going on?
Yeah, but before I do, I just want to acknowledge that this live might this Facebook Live might probably have the most comments we've ever had so far. So that's definitely a bonus. A positive thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. So keep the comments coming. We're live until 6:00 here, and then we're scooching off for Olive Garden. But it's so funny like that this whole thing came up basically because we're talking about like what our plans are for tonight, and that's meeting the group at Olive Garden for a late-ish birthday party. So but next week though, it's your time to shine.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're hosting a game night.
Yep, it is a different kind of game night that I'm pretty sure we haven't done in the group, which is basically there's going to be two main concepts to it. So the first one is, and this is the main one, we're all going to be playing one specific game together. It's called Among Us.
Yes.
So basically it's an online mobile game. And basically how it would work is I would create basically a server in the game. There would be a code that I would share with you guys because the server will be private, so nobody would interrupt our group playing it. And basically I would just talk about all the rules, what we can and can't do during the game, what to expect from the game, and just overall just kind of just set the pace for everyone and make sure we're all in the same boat when it comes to this, because it can be a more complicated game if you don't know the basics of it.
Yeah.
But I think what will make it interesting is if any of you have played the game Among Us, you'll know that most of the time you're just playing behind your phone screen, you're playing with randoms. Heck, even when you watch YouTubers play the game, while they are talking to each other through like group chats, they're not talking to each other via texts, but they still can't really see what the other person is thinking because they can't see them. What will make this Among Us game night interesting is the person who's the imposter, they're going to have to try really hard not to get like noticed that they're guilty of being the imposter, because we're all going to be in one place trying to figure out who the murderer is, basically. So, and if you are the murderer, you don't want to give out any hints that you are them, because everybody's eyes are going to be on you. So
Yeah.
it's going to add a level of kind of tension to the game that you usually wouldn't feel if you played it online with people. So that's why I think it'll be very interesting. It adds a bit of a mental aspect to it as much as it is, if not more than it typically is. So the other reason why I think it's a great idea is because basically whenever we used to do game nights, typically we would have like 2 or 3 separate groups that want to play this game over that game, and usually it could be hard for all of us to get together and play the same thing all together. And that's why I wanted this to be different. We all get to play one game, and on the chance that maybe somebody wants to take a break or do something different, we'll have card games as a substitute, which I do know I have plenty of card games at my dad's house, because that is where I'm hosting it, but everybody's open to bring their own card games as well. Like, I know you said you own Cards Against Humanity,
Yes.
so
Yes,
that is
yes.
that is an
Yeah.
option.
Yes, I will most definitely probably be bringing Cards Against Humanity. And also, there's a new game that I would love to try, or actually that Kane and I would love to try with everyone else. It's called Don't Get Stabbed. And literally, that's the name of the game. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, because we kind of read the rules, kind of skimmed through it, and someone has to, or basically we have to pick. We have to basically pick the protagonist. We have to pick who's the most evil of our group. And basically they're the ones that are stabbing us. So but basically I think the point of the game is for us to stop that protagonist from stabbing any more people. So if anyone else here owns Don't Get Stabbed, and even you can comment in YouTube when this is released later. But yeah, we would love to see your comments. On that. And also, I also think I have a Sonic game as well. that can honestly be, it can honestly be as many players as we want. So, and your mom, like your mom just said, bring me home some soup. So, all right. So, with that, I'm going to call it, I think Salvatore's is the winner. Salvatore's is the winner. Those watching, like, okay. Yeah. So Arlene and Rob, I know we're watching. Can you tell me what is your favorite thing to get at, or like, yeah, can you tell me what is your favorite thing to get?
Yeah. And it doesn't have to apply to just those two. It can apply to everybody in this that's watching. What is your favorite food from the restaurants we mentioned?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more poll. This is going to be a square off. I'm going to add one more. Actually, no, wait. All right. So I'm actually going to take Olive Garden out of play here. So what is your favorite? And Rob, you can say Salvatore's if you want, but I'm going to say, what is your favorite Italian joint of all time? Or actually, I'm just going to say, I guess, in Fort Wayne. Those that don't live in Fort Wayne, this doesn't really apply to you. All right, I'm going to add Biaggi's, Salvatore's, Salvatore's. And I'm going to add Ziano's. So, because there is Ziano's. So, actually, all right. So, God, this is a tough one, honestly. Okay, let me do this one. Not publish. I'm going to do this one. Okay, all right. So, now the question is, okay, so, or actually, okay, so, all right, so now, between Biaggi's, Salvatore's, and Ziano's, I would love to see, which Italian restaurant's going to win just in the Fort Wayne Metro. So, although I love Biaggi's, I'm going to go with Ziano's. I'm gonna go with Ziano's as I think my favorite Italian restaurant in Fort Wayne. You guys can disagree with me if you want. Oh, right, Costas. Dang it! Wait, can I add? Can I add more?
I think if you press reopen poll, maybe, or no, never.
Okay, I don't want to pause it. All right, so there is the three there now, everyone. There is the three there. Biaggi's, Salvatore's, and Ziano's. But Casa is also in play as well. So if your favorite is not listed, you can also just say Casa, because I forgot Casa. Like, now I've heard that everyone's Casa experience is kind of different. Like, I've heard the Casa by DuPont is amazing in that area. The one, well, they just closed the one across from the mall, or from the Coliseum. I guess that one wasn't doing good. And the one on Jefferson, I've had better fettuccine Alfredo. So, but yeah, you know what, guys, you guys can vote. I'm gonna vote for Ziano's. I'm probably the first one. One score for Ziano's. So, and I know that your stepmom just said Casa. So I think Casa is probably her favorite. But yeah. So but yeah, Ziano's is my favorite. Casa seems to be your stepmom's favorite. What's your favorite Italian restaurant?
Between the three that are mentioned,
and well, the fourth.
Just because I've never had the Balgis.
So it's pronounced So it's pronounced Biaggi's.
Biaggi's.
Yes.
Because I've never had that or Giano's.
Yeah, Giano's.
Just because I've never had those two, probably my favorite is Salvatore's.
Okay.
Now, in terms of what I get there, I usually like getting their raviolis. They're like pretty big raviolis, and usually get like 8 of them. So they're really good.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I have another question, guys. Since on the topic of food, okay. All right. So yeah, Salvatore's is still her favorite. But Casa is liked by many. I remember when Casa was, I think, my favorite, and then Biaggi's came into town, and Biaggi's really blew my mind. Like, if you like seafood and if you like pasta, like it's literally like I want to say the trifecta, but there has to be 3 there. So my favorite at Biaggi's, and again, if you're a seafood fan and you don't mind like pasta, this is definitely a way to go. You should definitely try the fettuccine with lobster. It's amazing, and yes, it is normal for the noodles to be black. So I remember that was like my first thought when having the fettuccine with lobster. I was like, why are the noodles black? But I mean, I don't know. Like maybe the pasta's like lobster flavored. I don't know. I obviously I know there's like lobster in it, but yeah. So that conversation is still going on. Probably squid noodles. Yeah, probably squid noodles. So yeah, if you're a fan of seafood, yeah, because squid noodles is technically squid is seafood. So
I remember this one time. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was, but there was this one time when me, my brothers, and my dad and Arlene, basically we went to St. Louis, Missouri, and I remember, I think it was maybe octopus that my dad ordered, and I almost threw up when I ate that. So, yeah. I think the main thing that I guess the main seafood that I kind of like right now is mostly breaded shrimp most of the time.
Breaded shrimp. Yeah.
Shrimp. Yeah, shrimp. Why was it so hard to say that word?
I don't know. But what I thought was funny, how when you were saying shrimp, you basically forced your way back to the back of the chair.
Yeah, it's like I was like trying to push it out.
Push it out. So yeah. But yeah, so wrapping up, there's a lot of things that you can find, that you can find to do in the summer, or even in Fort Wayne, you can, there's the mall, there's there's the mall, there's a bunch of splash pads in Fort Wayne. The nearest water park is really not that far. It's about 2.5 hours.
Do you know what names of them they are?
So technically the water parks that I know are fairly close are Deeper Water Park, which we'll be going to as a group next month. There's Kalahari, which is indoors and outdoors, and also in Sandusky, literally, this is so funny, literally blocks away from it, and right in front of Meyer, they just decided to put Great Wolf Lodge. I find it so funny like I don't know who engineered this, but like I find it so funny like that. There's literally a Great Wolf Lodge literally sitting in the middle of a Steak and Shake and Meyer, like in Sandusky. Like so when I visited my friend in Massachusetts, like like him and I saw like so him and I saw him and I saw like a Great Wolf Lodge like literally in like the corner of the woods, like the thing of it is that when you think of like wolf and water parks, I kind of think like wooded areas, but
speaking of wooded areas, I actually did remember like this one sort of water park themed place. It's actually more of like a lake, but basically there's this place that's down south, about just like an hour south, and it's called Pine Lake Water Park. So
yes, I did forget Pine Lake. Pine Lake is very is just very like relaxing, and they do have some water entertainment and a lot of stuff.
Really the only thing I worry about when it comes to like lake swimming is if, number one, like if I touch the bottom, like what's on the bottom of the water, and two, the potential of a fish trying to suck my feet.
A fish sucking your feet.
Yeah.
Well, would that feel weird?
Probably, because I'd be like, what the heck was that?
What was that? Like, what's that thing? Like, in the lake that is doing weird things to my feet, unbearable things to my feet. Yeah. And there's also like, Cedar Point, so, and Cedar Point has like the Cedar Point shores. Although, I mean, I personally feel like their water park at Cedar Point is kind of like lacking. But like I really enjoyed the shores. Like going to the shores, like, at some point here on Facebook Live and on YouTube, we definitely have to we definitely have to poll everyone on what their favorite summer activity is. So because we have like literally 1 minute to go. Save your thoughts, guys. We'll bring that to Amplifying Voices. But yeah, we love this platform. We love the fact that that Weigand Construction Weigand Construction actually helped support this this setup per se. So we wanted to thank them with getting this beautiful backdrop in the background here. If you missed any of this broadcast, you can catch on YouTube tomorrow morning probably, or it'll be uploaded by tomorrow morning, guaranteed. But yeah, and shout out to Vistaprint for doing great work. Like with this. I didn't mean to do that. Here, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Kind of go up a little bit. So, it literally goes all the way up to our ceiling. So, and we couldn't be very happy we couldn't be much happier than this because, we can do this broadcast with Amplifying Voices, and we're going to do it in the fall with with our football broadcast as well. So coming in the fall on Sunday nights. Yeah. So with that, folks, we're going to call it a night. We're going to enjoy some Olive Garden. By the way, did you see your did you see your mom's comment? She wants you to bring some soup home.
Yeah. Which speaking of, I actually wanted to share this little detail before we leave, and that is that my dad, basically, he has a friend, basically, who's a client at Salvatore's that he actually, I don't know the full story, but I believe my dad had something to do with him starting the business.
Oh, nice.
I don't.
Nice.
Now, I might need to have a little correction of what specifically it was, but I know that they did work together to make started, I believe. So
Yeah.
I just thought that was a nice little detail for me to share.
Yep.
So
Exactly. All right, so it's that portion of the broadcast that I'm going to shout out everyone that reacted to the video and everyone interacting. So Will's mom or Will's stepmom and Sarah gave us hearts. We also appreciate all the comments from Aaron South, from Rob, Will's mom, and then Will's stepmom again. So appreciate all of you for coming out again for another great broadcast on this Friday night. We are going to take off for the night, but again, thank you for everyone that tuned in tonight and that made this entertaining. For entertaining for sure. It'll be up on YouTube probably, like I said, by tomorrow morning. I'm going to enjoy myself and enjoy some food. So with that, folks, we're gonna head off to Olive Garden. Will, what are your final thoughts?
I hope you all have a great day. Hope you had a good Memorial Day extra break off.
Yeah.
And
yes.
And make sure to enjoy the weather.
Yes, yeah. It's we're definitely almost approaching pool weather. So it's supposed to be in the 80s next week. So if you have a pool, go dip in one. So, all right. So, and I'm gonna do my cool sign off here on Facebook Live. And actually, I'm gonna do my cool sign off here. I think it lets me do this. Oh, there we go. All right, we're gonna go sign off on Facebook Live. Ooh, where'd we go? We're still here. Ha 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 ha. We're still here on Facebook Live. You just can't see us. But for all of those of you who tuned in on Facebook Live and on the stream, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.